In today's video, I'm giving you guys a full rundown, including game settings, controller sensitivities, controller binds, everything that you guys are going to need of the very best controller player settings in the world. I'm going to be showing you two different players controller settings in today's video. You guys can have a pick of which ones you prefer. And guys, these two players between themselves have made millions of dollars through just playing Fortnite tournaments alone. So who knows, if you use their settings, you might make millions of dollars as well. But guys, you want to know a secret trick to double your aim assist strength? Well, of course you do. All you guys have to do is go to the Fortnite item shop and put in code BAYZZ. Yeah, BAYZZ. But in all seriousness, guys, if you do appreciate me bringing you these setting videos on a weekly basis, then using code BAYZZ is a great way to support me so I can continue to do so for you guys, to make you a better player. But who do these settings belong to? Well, first up we have Miro. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Miro somehow, he's a professional controller player with 193,000 subscribers on YouTube. And as you guys can see from here and from here, he's the 6 times FNCS winner. Recently in October, he came first place in the Fortnite Global Championship, winning $1 million. And the next settings are coming from another famous player who's recently blowing up, Moneymaker. Now, Moneymaker is a little bit of a younger player. He's 15 years old. He has 78,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he has $30,000 earned through Fortnite tournaments. So he's pretty good at the game. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys do go and enjoy it. Because it's a full rundown, we're just going to go straight into the settings. Let's go. Like the video within the next 5 seconds if you brush your teeth this morning. If you're not liking the video right now, you're literally gross. Okay, guys, so we're starting off with the video settings. Now, some of the settings here won't be available for console players, as I'm actually playing controller on PC at the moment. But there are still many settings in the video settings tab that do pertain to console players as well. So it's important that if you do play on console that you stick around. So for the window mode, we have it on full screen. This gives you the best FPS and the best input delay possible for Fortnite Battle Royale. For the resolution, we have on standard 1920 and 1080. You can also play stretch resolutions. Stretch resolutions will help you get better input delay and FPS. So that may be a better option if you're on a lower MPC. Beyond VSync is off, as all this does is cause input delay and limits the FPS to the refresh rate of your monitor. For the frame rate limit, you want that to match the refresh rate of your monitor. So for example, I have a 240Hz Alienware monitor, so I have on 240 FPS. You can also go to the next step and turn it to 360 if you're on 240, but I recommend keeping it at 240, as keeping it on unlimited or higher FPS than what your refresh rate actually puts out. Now, it's basically useless. There's a few benefits, but it's basically useless and puts unnecessary strain on your GPU and CPU. For your rendering mode, for the best FPS and input delay possible, you want on performance, lower graphical fidelity. For brightness, you want it on 100%. Colorblind mode off, the colorblind strength of 0. For the graphics quality, you want 3D resolution on 100%. Nanite virtualized geometry as off, view distance as near, textures as low, meshes as low. You want advanced graphics as on, and that will be all your video settings. Now, there should be a setting here saying 120 Hz mode or something like that if you are on a next generation console like a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S or X. Now, if you have a 120 Hz monitor, you should be able to put that on, and that's what you want to play on. That means you can unlock 120 FPS mode. For the audio, guys, it's quite simple. I just have made 100%, music on 0, sound effects 100%, voice chat at 92%, picture-in-picture 50%, sound quality at high, background audio is notifications only, visualize sound effects is off, and this is all basically personal preference. It's not really going to make you a better player or anything. Now, guys, these are some important settings that you guys definitely want to copy down. These are the game settings. So let's get right into it. Obviously, the matchmaking region, you want that to be wherever you live. Obviously, mine's Europe. Toggle sprint as off. Auto open doors as off, manta activation as hold jump, and hurdle activation as press jump. Now, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to copy them down because I don't want to go through it too quickly, so 5 seconds starting now. For the combat options, you want hold swap pickup as off, toggle targeting as off, mark danger when targeting as on, auto pick up weapons as on, and auto sort consumables to right as on. I'm going to give you like another 3 seconds or so to copy this down. Cool. And preferred item slots, I'm going to show you right now. Loadout slot 1, you want it as assault rifle. Loadout slot 2, you want a shotgun. Loadout slot 3 is SMG. Loadout slot 4 is consumable item. And loadout slot 5 is sniper/bow. I'll give you a little second to copy these down as well. Cool. I think you should have had enough time by now. So yeah, somewhere. Are you done? Are you done? 3, 2, 1. Building, reset building choice as on, disable pre-edit option as on, turbo building as on, and auto confirm edits on edit. I'll give you 2 seconds to copy this down as well. Tutorial, just you can turn that off if you want, it doesn't mean anything. But for the extra aim options, these are kind of important if you got them in incorrectly. So invert view, you want it off, invert airball controls is on, turbo city creation mode is on, and video highlights is on, peripheral lighting is on, tap search/interact as off. For replays, have everything off if you're not a YouTuber or content creator that needs it, because this actually just causes you to have input delay and FPS issues. For energy saving, you want enable idle energy saving front end as off, and you want enable inactive window energy saving as off. Now for the game UI options, these are also quite important. For reticle, you want as on, reticle ammo indicator as on, damage numbers as list, reticle damage feedback as hit only, damage numbers at 100%. For the hard skill, you want 100%, with show spectator counters on, player health is on, resources as on, minimap as on, quick bar as on, target info as on, pickup loot stream as on, map and backpack keys as on, elimination feed as on, latency debug stats as on, net debug stats as on, quest progress as on, control prompts as on, and creative runtime performance stats as off. No need for touch and motion settings. No need for mouse and keyboard settings. Now we'll get into the standard controller settings in just a minute, but right now I'm going to show you my controller binds, as I haven't actually showed off my controller binds in I think like over a year and a half. So this is a very special video right now. This is making history. So let's get right into it. These binds work for an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller, even though they're slightly different. Let me just go get a PlayStation controller. Look at that dust. God damn, that's not good. So jump, you want it as A, which is X on the PlayStation 4 controller. Crouch, you want it on the right stick, which is obviously just the right stick on the PlayStation controller. Sprint / auto run, double click, left click in, which is obviously the left stick on the PlayStation controller. Right fire is RT, which is R2 on the PlayStation controller. Target is LT, which is L2 on the PlayStation controller. Reload is X, which is square on the PlayStation controller. Next weapon is RB, which is R1 on the PlayStation controller. Previous weapon is LB, which is L1 on the PlayStation controller. Toggle target tool or carry is that little button with the two squares, which is this one, which is actually the touchpad on the PlayStation controller. Squad request I don't have in. Place marker, squad comms as left on the D-pad, which is obviously left on the D-pad. Don't have push talk, don't have crouch, don't have use, don't have reload, don't have quick weapon, don't have next weapon. The building options, we don't have switch mode or edit mode hold, we don't have sprint auto run, but for change material we'll have it on left D-pad, which is obviously left D-pad on the PlayStation controller. Rotate repair is nothing. Trap, equip, pick up, and place and use is X on the Xbox controller, which is square on the PlayStation controller. For wall, we have on RT on the Xbox controller, that is R2 on the PlayStation controller. For the floor, we have on RB, which is R1 for the PlayStation controller. The stairs, we have on LT, which is L2 for the PlayStation controller. Roof is LB, which is L1. Toggle targeting is right on the D-pad, which is right on the D-pad. Toggle inventory is up on the D-pad. We don't have these in. But for the switch mode, we have it on B on the Xbox and circle on the PlayStation. Repair mode on nothing. Crouch tap, nothing. Crouch slide repair, nothing. Place as nothing. Next is nothing. Previous rotate, trap, equip, picker or use. Emote, hold, augment, select, tap. And repeat last emote we all have as nothing. For the edit mode, we have on RT for the Xbox controller and R2 for the PlayStation controller. Y for the confirm on the Xbox controller, and that would be a triangle on the PlayStation controller. Reset is the right stick, which is the right stick obviously on the PlayStation. Sprint auto run and toggle map aren't bind. Toggle inventory is up on the D-pad. Emote, squad request, and are both unused, and edit building is Y on the Xbox controller, which is triangle on the PlayStation controller. Everything else in the edit mode is unused. Emote is down on the D-pad. For the miss controls, you have toggle map on right on the D-pad, toggle inventory on up on the D-pad, map zoom in as RT, which is R2, and map zoom out is LT, which is L2. Riding, we have dismount as X, which is square, and sprint as left stick, which is obviously just the left stick, and we don't have gyro controls. Ultimate abilities, second ability is RB, which is R1, and utility ability is LB, which is L1. Okay guys, so we're starting off with the video settings now. So I actually got mirror settings to the left of me here, and then we'll copy them alongside with you guys. And yes, you can see my mouse cursor because I'm going to be doing this with my mouse, but these are controller settings. Controller auto run as on, build immediately, builder pro as on, and an edit hold time is 0.1 seconds. It has a slide hold time as 0.09 seconds with a reset camera axis of both. Reset camera time is 0.1 seconds and vibration as off. I'll give you 2 seconds to copy these down down, guys. Moving a little bit further down, he has his toggle behavior on slot 2, and he actually has use advanced options as off, and then he puts look sensitivity to 7 and his ADS sensitivity as 4. Then he puts use advanced options back on. This is a very important part of the process. And he has his build mode sensitivity multiplier at 2.0 times and his edit at 2.1. So I'll give you 2 seconds to put these in as well. Okay, for his look sensitivity, guys, he has his horizontal speed on 42% and his vertical speed on 42% as well, with a horizontal boost of 0%, a vertical boost of 0%, and a burning boost ramp time of 0 seconds. And he has instant boost for building as on. But there's something you guys want to do to make sure these settings work correctly, and that's to go to the Fortnite item shop and put in code BAYZ. That is code BAYZZ. But in all seriousness, guys, if you do appreciate me bringing these settings videos on a weekly basis, then using code BAYZ is a great way to support me, so I can continue to do that and make you a better player. Damn, that's fast. So I'll give you 2 seconds to copy these down as well. And for his ADS sensitivity, he has his horizontal speed on 6% and his vertical speed on 7%. That is with no boost, guys. So 6% for the horizontal speed and 7% for the vertical. His look input curve, he obviously has it on linear, and his left stick to is on 7% and his right stick on 8%. With the enable foot controller, it's on 1%, 1%. So I'll give you 2 seconds to copy this down as well. And then we'll get into moneymaker settings. We'll get into moneymaker settings after a quick word from today's sponsor. Warpath Ace Shooter Sniper. Warpath Ace Shooter Sniper is an incredibly popular game with over 35 million downloads, with tons of great reviews coming from players. But what is Warpath Ace Shooter Sniper about? Where you're going to go into impossible missions and you're going to control the fate of war with just one bullet. As the integrated sniper game mode is going to allow you to prove yourself on the battlefield, command your army, and venture into the battlefield miles away from your home. Whether or not it's building your base, training units, or forming alliances, or conquering territory, there's plenty of ways to show off that big brain of yours in Warpath. In Warpath, you're not just a deadly warrior, you're a 5-star general, ready to lead us to victory. Being a sniper isn't easy when you're down to your last bullet, because where will you fire it? You'll need to be smart and think outside the box to take on the wide variety of stages and pull through under the extreme conditions. ID your target, pull the trigger, and watch the bullet cut through the air and your foe. Damn! It's getting serious. You're the shot from the dark and death from above, and you're gonna wipe out your enemies without leaving a trace. You got a license to kill, and your tenacity and skill are the only things standing between your country and oblivion. And guys, there's so many missions where you can destroy buildings, assassinate VIPs, and protect your allies from a sniper's distance. And it all relies within your hands. And guys, beside the sniper missions, you can get up close and personal in the close quarters levels. And guys, each sniper has its own unique character, creating an amazingly immersive sniper experience. And each mission will require a different firearm, as each mission will get a lot more challenging, so you'll need to modify your arsenal to keep up. And guys, you've also got assault rifles and submachine guns. So as I mentioned, it's not all about the snipers, and it's not all about the guns, as you need to employ long-range units, combined arms tactics, and air superiority to counter what the enemy throws at you. And guys, when you lose, you won't lose your resources, so there's never any downtime. And there's realistic base building, so you can build your base on realistic terrain with tons of unique skins. Design your base however you want. This is a true military simulator. The vast array of real-life military equipment, over 200 armaments and divided into 13 unit types, with over 1,000 unique modifications. You can forge real-life weapon parts, engines, and more to upgrade your arsenal, and this will be made possible through thorough historical research. And guys, I'll quickly like to mention the event page called Tank Tower 2, where you guys can play and win in-game resources and physical rewards worth up to $300. So basically, as long as you're playing, you have a chance of winning something. But what happens in Tank Tower 2? Well, there's a tank block at the top of the screen that slides left and right. You need to click on the screen at the right time to make the block full and stack it vertically on top of the recent block. Once you successfully stack a block, you earn a point, and you only need 10 points to get your first reward. The more points you get, the better reward you get. There's also a leaderboard for you guys to climb, kind of like the Unreal leaderboard that we always cover on this channel. And all the players in the top 500 ranks will get multiple rewards. And first place will get a physical reward worth $300. And second and third place will get rewards worth $200 and $100. And fourth place up to 10th place will get $50 worth of rewards. Download Warpath Ace Shooter Sniper today on the App Store or Play Store, as it was actually featured on the App Store and Play Store 146 times and acclaimed by industry veterans. Warpath is rated 4.6 stars by over 200,000 players. So as I said, guys, make sure to download Warpath Ace Shooter Sniper today from the App Store or Play Store today. Don't forget to use code SNIPER24 to get an in-game bonus. Okay guys, so I'm going to copy down moneymaker settings from my left monitor here. Now, let's get right into it. So, controller auto run, he has it as off. Build immediately, builder pro as on. Slide hold time at 0.01 seconds. The reset camera access off pitch. He has his reset camera time at 0.11. Vibration as off. So I'll give you 2 seconds to copy them down. Nice. Quick open beta, don't use that. Build sensitivity has the look sensitivity at 4 and ADS sensitivity at 4. If these are grayed out, you want to turn use advanced options to off. then change these to 4 and then change use advanced options back on. These do play a part in your settings, guys, even if they're grayed out. Build mode at 1.9 and his edit at 1.8. So I'll give you 2 seconds to copy these down as well. And for the look sensitivity, he has his horizontal on 40 and his vertical on 40 with no boost, guys. I'll give you 2 seconds to copy this down as well. For the ADS sensitivity, he has the horizontal speed on 7% and his vertical speed for 7% as well. So I'll give you 2 seconds to copy them down with no boost, obviously, guys. And he has the look input curve on linear with a 6% right stick dead zone and a 6% left percent dead zone, with enable foot controller as off.